because of that, like it really validated my decision to leave. And so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. You know.
So now mothers are leaving the families. They're leaving the families to go find themselves. This young lady leaves her husband and kids to go find herself. And after getting so much backlash, she go and try to get rid of her IG. So let's check this out. This mother or wife who decided to abandon her family to go find herself. Check it out.
I left my husband. I left my kids. Moved to a whole new city, a whole new state, rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too.
Oh.
And so for years, like I put myself on the back burner, you know, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, you know, that's awesome. But, you know, all this time, like I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like I wasn't really happy inside, you know? And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside.
Look how sad she tried to look by telling this story. She's so sad she had to do something, but her husband was giving her a good life. She just got bored. Why just didn't go on a vacation with your girls or something? But she did. So I have no sympathy for you, lady. So I'm sorry. I don't.
So literally, like I made the most hardest decision like ever, like
Ever.
the most soul stretching decision like ever. And that was to
Ever.
pack my bags and move to Nashville. I actually, one day I just woke up and, you know, I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore.
This
Like,
is horrific.
I feel like I need to do something different, like other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find.
Why you keep shaking your hair like that? She didn't just move to another spot, get her something. She left the state. She packed up. She packed up and left the entire state. So you weren't trying to come back and be with your kids or nothing? But if a man had did this, y'all know, y'all been eating him up. But sadly, the women was cheering this woman on.
Me again, like I said, because, you know, I felt like I was losing myself. So anyway, like rewinding, I had actually applied for a position with Vanderbilt. And I ended up getting the position, and they were offering a sign-on bonus as well as a relocation bonus. And yeah, like I got the position and I took it. So
Wow. So you was planning stuff behind your husband's back. So you weren't applying for jobs in different states or just applying for jobs and it popped up in different states. You took the job. And then you probably told your husband after you went and got situated. Some backhand shit, man. Y'all gotta be paying attention, dudes. What's going on around you? But let's continue. Let's continue.
anyway, no safety net, like no guarantees, no nothing. I applied for my apartment and everything. Like I literally like got approved for everything like right away. So it seems like everything had just fell into my lap. Like it was what I was supposed to be. And because of that, like it really validated my decision to leave. And so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. You know, I even like started thinking like of another business endeavor that I had been thinking about for like the past 5 years that I never like built up the courage to do. And if you know me, like you know I've had businesses, even like just saving money, paying off debt, like rebuilding my credit, like everything. Like I got my stuff back up, which I'm like totally proud of.
Had a smile
And
about
now getting ready to graduate with my master's in public health here in September 5th to be exact. And honestly,
So you was already in school. Okay, never mind. But you was already in school, so you was on track to getting your master's regardless in the next few months. Okay, let's go.
Honestly, like I still have like a long ways to go. Like there's still so much that I want to do. I cried, I prayed, like I healed, and I did a lot, like, and I found me. But like I said, like I'm not done yet, and I'm like so damn proud of how far that I've come. Like you don't even know the half. And I contemplated about whether like I wanted to even share this, you know, because yeah, like I've always like shared, you know, good news about, you know, certain things happening like in my life, but I've never just opened up and really just shared my truth to people. So
How in the H is this good news to anyone? I up and abandoned my family to go find myself. I moved to another state away from my husband and my kids to go find myself. Who else said that? What that Tamari, whatever her name, one of the twins. She up and left her husband to go find herself and went running back or trying to run back. Just imagine a man saying something like that and actually put into action and do it. They will call him all type of names. If he just left his wife and kids to go find himself, you know how many men sitting around here in a bad situation or they just unhappy or whatsoever, but they will not leave their family because they don't believe in tearing up their families like that way. Now they just might ask for a divorce, but they ain't gonna just up and just take off and plan a whole new job, get a new job, all that. All right, people. All right. And they celebrating it on Instagram or whatever, TikTok, I don't know. But whoever or wherever she got her stuff, they celebrating this. So she thinks she did something. I abandoned my family. Woo. Kill.
this is new for me, and it's
Yeah.
definitely like, you know, taking a leap of faith because this is nothing that I, you know, ever really like imagined doing. My story, and honestly, like this is for any woman who feels stuck or torn or like scared to choose herself.
Yeah, y'all just up and
You're
leave
not
your
a bad
family.
mom. You're not a bad wife
Oh,
for
yes, you
choosing
are.
you.
Yes,
It
you are.
doesn't mean that you're abandoning love. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning your family.
Oh,
It
definitely
just
means
means
that.
that you're making space for the version of you that has been buried so long under obligation. And
Now, y'all pay attention. Just pay attention to all this stuff she's saying. I want y'all to check the end of this thing now and watch what she says at the end.
that's exactly what it was. In your breaking point area, like, girl, I totally see you. Like, I see you. But you just, if that is something that you're wanting to do, like, I would just say, pray about it. You know, for me, like, God is the head of my life. And I really sought him like never before because, I mean, God forbid I moved to another state and then, you know, the worst happens. And then, you know, even
So you telling us God told you to abandon your husband and your children. God told you to do this. Y'all got to stop throwing God in this stuff when y'all make these bad decisions. Y'all really do. I mean, and it's always ladies, you sisters, always, y'all always using God to try to justify why you did something jacked up. Y'all just continue on, man. Just listen to this chick and just like I said, pay attention to the end. Make sure y'all hit that like button too now. All right? Don't forget that.
my husband and I, like, our relationship got better. It started off like really rocky, but we got better and, you know, we developed a deeper understanding of each other. And I feel like things are better than ever because I know who I am now, like even more so. Because when we got married, I was a 22-year-old girl. I had a 5-month-old baby and I didn't know nothing about being grown. And I was just going along with him, just following his lead, you know? And because of that, I really didn't know who I was. Like you said, like I said, like I was just going along, you know, just following my man. You know, he was older and, you know, he had the life and everything. But I had to find like what works for me. And I'm so glad that I did because, yeah. Yeah, it was literally like the best thing I ever could have done for myself. Because
To leave your
yeah,
kids and your husband.
yeah.
Now, I can get it. You want it. I mean, could just got a divorce, ask for a divorce, but you left your child behind too. That's a strong thing. Now, Miss Lady, like I said, Tamari, whatever her name, want to be just like her. What does she do? Jump on TikTok and dance. Dance, girl, dance. Look at you. Look at you with your long legs. Oh, let's go get my nails done. Let's show everybody my nails. Oh, go get your nails done.
Um, the passive aggression wrapped in prayer hands. What?
About her big hands.
First off, I'm so glad that I don't feel the need to explain myself to anyone because I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, is to know more
But you're
about my
gonna explain
story,
it.
just ask and I will gladly tell you. And for the record, I've actually been home for like the past couple of weeks. And even before then, I was still very much active in my kids' life. I was coming up here to Hot Springs every weekend. They were coming to Nashville. We were rotating back and forth. Like, some weeks I'd come every weekend, some weeks I'd come every other week because they were coming to Nashville. Like, it varied, like, whatever. But, yeah. I
What's that?
shared the information that I shared because I wanted to be open and transparent to women who are following me. And I also, honestly, like, I did.
Okay, so what's happening now is she is getting backlash from her little video. That inspiration she thought she was giving all these women to leave their families. And she also got a wake-up call. This is what happens when the internet get hold of you. Oh, I go to explain it now. I still see my kids. I go home. I do. No, 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 no. It's too late for that. Too late. Mm-mm. Internet has gotten you now. Look at her.
Did it for my own self. Like, I did it for
We
my own
know.
personal freedom.
Yeah, we know we did it. You gotta know why
I'm
you
not even
did it.
gonna lie. Like, at first, like, I was ashamed that I felt like I needed to move away for a bit and, be on my own.
Yes, you did.
And it was never like anything permanent,
Whoa, 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 whoa. See? 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 See how she's trying to change things? She need to get away. She moved all the way to a different state, got a job, took a severance bonus for moving and everything. Now, if that doesn't say I was trying to leave permanently, what? You can't flip back and say, I didn't mean I wasn't gonna do this for a long term. You moved to another state and got a job. You even took the moving bonus with it. You telling us now you ain't mean to go and you just gonna stay for a few months, days, weeks? What are you gonna do? See, the reality done kicked in. You done jumped up and did all this, and you realize how hard it is by yourself. You're out there on your own. Things ain't clicking like you thought. Probably don't like this job like you thought. I don't get it. I really truly don't get it, man. I don't get it, y'all ladies. Makes no sense.
So yeah, like, I sacrificed 3 months
3 months,
to
guys.
get myself together and emotionally the way that I felt like that I needed to, even
3
financially.
months.
Because like I said, like a few times in the comments, I went there for 3 months. I cleared my debt, like stacked my money, and I came back home. Like I said, like in my previous post.
Look, how much money could you have made in 3 months? You had apartment payments you had to make. You had your food, your electricity, your cable, satellite, whatever you're using. Your husband probably paying for your phone. So how much money did you actually save in 3 months? And what about the job? I'm sure they wasn't expecting you to come there, take this severance, do all this stuff, and only stay 3 months. They're gonna ask for that money back now. You got to pay that money back. It's either about $5,000 they give you to move, 3 to 5 grand. So you got to pay that back. So again, you didn't get part of that check because guess what? They're gonna recoup that money back. But what lesson did you learn other than it's hard out here? Oh, you can't play that role with us like we don't know what happened. You jumped out there and then you effed around and found out.
It's like I've been home for about don't have to explain anything to anybody,
Oh, yes, you
but
do. Yes, you
this
do.
message alone has helped so many women. And I know because messages
No, it
from
hasn't.
other women like telling me how brave I am and how courageous, and you know how they've always thought about doing the same thing, but they never had the support or never even had the courage. But fortunately, I have both. So yeah, you don't know, like none of y'all know the particulars of my life. Y'all don't know my family dynamics. So if this post was not for you, like just continue strolling. Stop fucking projecting.
Whoa,
Just stop it.
profanity.
Like you guys are so mean. Like how are you comfortable like degrading someone on make this post? And like I said, like I knew I was gonna receive criticism, but damn, like y'all dragging me like real hard.
Now
I'm all
check
for
this
family
out.
staying together. Like if
Now check
you
this
can
out.
make your family work, like stay together. And that's literally what I did with my husband. Like I'm still with my man, like, and I'm with my kids.
She got everybody pumped up, to jump up, and go out and leave their family, and she went back home in 3 months. 3 months. She couldn't last out there. This the lesson y'all should be paying attention to. F around and find out when you jump up and do some mess like this. And then she's gonna try to play it off. Oh, that's how you keep your family together. You jumped up, left, got a job, took bonuses. You weren't planning on coming back. 3 months, you're back in the house. I'm done with this. Y'all do what you want. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on y'all way out. And make sure y'all check out the next video. Because this shit is just stupid. It's just too stupid for me to stay on here. Y'all take care. Peace. Good God.